Hello and welcome to the highlights. This is game 5 of this 7-game NatWest series, and it's coming to you from Headingley in Leeds. The series 3-1 in England's favour after that demoralising defeat for India, where two young men put on 99 to win the game for England at Manchester. Let's see what happened. The conditions were quite overcast as the two captains went out to toss.
Very blustery out here, but we're all set for the toss. The two captains, Harry the mascot, Roshan Mahanama, the match referee. Paul, you've got the coin.
Tails. Tails is the call.
Tails was the call. It's a head. You've won one.
We'll have a ball.
You'll have a bowl. It took you a moment to think about it. Reasons for bowling first?
Usually it's Headingley. Bit of overcast conditions. Usually it nips around a touch. Obviously it's an early start as well, so hopefully we get an hour or so of and the ball moving around a touch.
Friday night's victory must have given your team a huge confidence boost.
Yeah, massively. I think the way the two boys went about it, for such an inexperienced pair, they obviously knocked the runs off very well, and to go 3-1 up in the series was a massive boost for us.
Some disappointing news though this morning about Andrew Flintoff.
Yeah, hopefully Andrew will be back for Tuesday and for training, and hopefully he'll be still available for Wednesday. But yeah, obviously he's got a little bit of soreness in that left ankle again, which is a little bit worrying, but he's gone to see a specialist, and as I said, hopefully he's back Tuesday. Is
it becoming an increasing concern though, because obviously he's had 3 operations on that ankle?
Well, of course. I mean, just for him, he's obviously been very disappointed to get the soreness back in the ankle, but as I said, touch wood, hopefully everything's fine. He sees a specialist, and hopefully we'll be back Tuesday.
John Lewis in for Andrew then?
Yeah, John Lewis comes in. Tremlett isn't fit either. He's had a bit of soreness in the foot, so John Lewis, it's the 3 seamers that's left.
OK, good luck. Play well today.
Cheers.
Rahul, you're concerned about having first use of this deck?
Not really, either way. I think it wouldn't have mattered too much to me personally. I probably would have batted actually, playing the extra batsman today and a couple of spinners later on. So, no, not really. I mean, whatever we do, we've got to do well actually first up.
And good news with Zahir Khan, he seems to have passed a late fitness test.
Yeah, he's recovered quite well actually. He was a bit in doubt yesterday, 24 hours to go, but he's recovered really well. The physio's been really at it, and he came through the bowling session quite well today. He feels confident. Personally, he's very keen to go out there and play, and which is a good sign for us.
Your team had a tough evening at Manchester. How have they recovered both mentally and physically?
Yeah, actually they're pretty keen to get on with the game. I mean, they're pretty keen to, can't wait for the next game to start, to be honest, because we were disappointed with what happened in Manchester in the evening, but we want to bounce back, and we know we're still alive in the series, and today's a very important game for us.
OK, good luck today. Play well. Paul Collingwood has won the toss, and England will bowl first this morning.
Well, interesting decision that from Paul Collingwood. 12 of the last 15 games here have been won by the side batting second, and they decided to go in with 4 full bowlers. Flintoff's place went to John Lewis, who's a good swing bowler. India, on the other hand, went back to the formula they're most comfortable with. 7 batsmen, 4 bowlers. It meant that they needed to have someone to slip in and bowl those 10 overs. And for that 5th bowler to turn out to be handy, India needed runs on the board. And out came that old, tried and tested pair of Sourav Ganguly and Sachin Tendulkar.
England won the toss and elected to bat. And it's Ganguly playing his 300th one-day international with 11,020 runs and 22 one-day centuries. Ganguly to take first ball, Anderson to bowl. It's a very windy, cold day in Leeds, and it's the kind of fielding that will not only keep India on their toes, but it'll keep them warm. Paul Collingwood, yeah, that's how cold it is, blowing warm air into the hands. It really feels like winter. Well, it is the 2nd of September, but you do expect slightly warmer temperatures at this time of year. Now, Anderson is bowling up the slope. There is a slope here at Headingley, which is certainly quite noticeable when you are bowling from the football stand end or the rugby league stand end. Morning, Ian.
Morning, Alan, and hello to all of our viewers. Yes, it's bearable out in the middle when the sun comes out, but with no sun and that wind blowing, it's quite chilly. It looks a pretty good pitch. As I said, that plate cracking is fairly typical of Headingley. I'm not sure why. I had a chat to Andy, the groundsman, and he said he wasn't all that sure why it cracks in such a manner, but he said they won't create any problems at all.
Tendulkar, 393 one-day internationals now, averaging 44, 15,230 runs, 41 one-day centuries. Would have been 42, but for a poor decision at Bristol, where he got 99. Not too much to write home about there. Tendulkar works this for one, and they'll get two.
I was interested in some of the comments of Ravi Bopara after the match-winning knock at Old Trafford, and he said that the Indian players in the field went very quiet. That's one of my problems with all the talk that goes on in the field. It's fairly obvious that you're going to be talking a lot at the start of an innings, and you're going to be talking a lot when you're on top, but most people tend to shut up a bit when they're not going so well.
Great shot. That's the first boundary of the innings, and it's a special one.
Well, that is a glorious shot. Wasn't a half volley by any means. Lewis will be thinking that I had the right length there, but he's just up against a top-class batsman. The placement also was important. Gave Monty no chance. So I always think if you shut up and put your efforts into your fielding right from the start, then at least the opposition doesn't know when you think you're on top and when you think you're down, as a short cover goes in position. But if you're talking and then you shut up, it's pretty obvious when you're down in the field. So best thing to do is shut up.
It's even better, straight down the ground from Tendulkar.
Well, Tendulkar has had his sighter. I think worked out that this is a pretty good pitch. John Lewis is bowling just short of a length, but it's making absolutely no difference to Tendulkar. He loves to hit the ball on the rise, and he does it with ease.
And what England have done, they've taken away the slips. They've got to have two men within 15 yards of the bat, and they've got them at a short square cover and a short extra cover. It's three on the bounce, and that's of the highest quality.
Well, that's the problem that Tendulkar has now given John Lewis. He's driven a couple of balls that have been just short of a length. Lewis has tried to go a bit shorter, but he's given him some width, so that brings the cut shot into play. Lewis obviously doesn't want to pitch the ball up any further because he's worried about being driven, but he's been driven anyhow. He really would be better off probably leaving the slips in, pitching the ball up a bit further and hoping he gets an edge. Brilliant batting by Tendulkar, and he's certainly given Lewis some problems with this batting. Driving the ball on the rise, he's saying to Lewis, okay, I've got that length sorted out, now what else have you got for me? And if he pitches a little bit shorter, he's going to get caned at his pace. I think he'd probably be better off, put two slips in, just pitch the ball a little fuller and hope that he can get some swing and get an edge.
Well, this has been an amazing over from Tendulkar. 18 coming from it, and India 25 for no wicket from 6.
Lewis can't afford to pitch short, but Anderson, he can afford to pitch short because he'll get the ball to rise quite steeply. Broad also, extra bit of pace, he'll be able to pitch a bit shorter, but John Lewis, he's got to pitch it up and hope that it swings, and it's not swinging for him at the moment.
he going now? Well, look at this from Ganguly. Shades of 2002.
Ganguly's now posed a question for Anderson, giving himself a little bit of room so that he can smash it through the offside. That's his great strength. Anderson has troubled him with the short pitch stuff. Got him out at Old Trafford attempting to play the pull shot. I think you'll see a short one in this ball.
Oh, he's cleared mid-on. He's taken Anderson on. It's consecutive fours. It could go Tendulkar's way again. Here's Lewis. It's gone right through him. They're appealing. Well, if he didn't hit it, he would have been very, very close to an LBW decision. Just for the record, Ganguly and Tendulkar have now amassed 6,000 runs between them as an opening partnership. Now, Hawkeye will tell you it's a little bit too high. Down the leg side, that'll race away. And the memories of 2002 are flooding back.
Well, Lewis has at least made the right adjustment. He's pitching the ball up a little more, but now he's just got it a bit too far down leg side.
More runs. It sounds like Tendulkar took off and Ganguly said, right, let's see how I can match you.
Definitely a tentative start, but no problems now. Ganguly joining in the fun, throwing the bat at this ball, opening that face as is his wont. Square cover is his most productive area. And England got a whole array of fielders on the offside. 2 men short for the catch. 3 men saving 1. Managed to bisect all those fielders.
On another day, that might have gone for 4. On another day, might have been caught. As it turns out, it has gone for 4. What a shot that is. Oh, this is an exhibition. There's a lot of people there on the offside, but just the way he played it.
Well, that's the shot of a class player. Best players in the world. Not many players can play that shot. It's not that wide. It's not that bad a length ball, that, from Stuart Broad, and just using the pace, Sachin Tendulkar.
Four, hit it fine. If it went fine would be more appropriate, I think. But it's produced 4 for Ganguly.
Attempted short ball from Broad, and the key there for Ganguly, got inside the line, just helped it round, used the pace of the ball. Fortunate. Went fine, which is perfect, especially at Headingley with that slope. The ball runs down the slope towards the rugby stand end. No chance of cutting it off.
He kept it down, which was the key. That made it a good shot. 12 overs gone. India 64 for no loss now. Huge shot from Paul Collingwood. Now, was that bad bat? The only reason he could have appealed that way was if it was bad bat.
Well, I think Sachin Tendulkar, what he's thinking here is, as Collingwood bowls, is get that front leg outside the line of off stump. There it goes, outside the line. He hits the bat, actually. I don't know what Collingwood's appealing for, but that's what he's banking on, to get the foot outside the line of the off stump, guide it to fine leg.
Looks a mighty dangerous shot, that previous one, when you look at it on a replay. But of course, you're talking about a master.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it was a good percentage shot because John Lewis was at short, fine leg. So the man's in position there for the shot anyway. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of value in the shot. I think with Collingwood bowling in the power play with mid-off and mid-off and mid-on up, that a safer, better percentage shot is to hit the ball over the top.
Well, there's an inside edge, I think. Unless it went off pad now. 67 for no loss. Yes, last ball of the previous over. Pryor went up straight away. In the air. Monty is coming underneath it. He's looking at John Lewis and John Lewis is looking at Monty. They were never going to get there. They'll run two, and I think the moment it went up, Monty said, please, please let it be to John Lewis.
Well, let's see the picture of the face of Stuart Broad there as Tendulkar tries to inject some more pace into this big swing, trying to hit him way over his head for six. Monty looks at Lewis. Monty's not the quickest fielder. Slices that ball there, Sachin Tendulkar. And a better quality, quicker fielder might have got a hand on that or caught that. Led off for the great man.
Well, he's hit it in the air again. And he's working on the principle that if he clears the field, that's good enough. So he'll pick up another two. But only two. Hey, so much is happening suddenly.
Yes, I don't know what he's doing actually. Sachin Tendulkar. I don't think this is necessary in my book. He's playing well. He's got 40 to his name. He's got all the bowlers on the back foot. He's taking undue risk here, I reckon. His job is to bat all the way through. If he bats all the way through, he's going to get a score of between 100, maybe close to 150. He's suicide if he gives his wicket away now. It's not necessary. 71 for no wicket, only 13 overs gone. No wickets down. Right, this is going to be interesting. India have taken off, and now the second power play taken after Paul Collingwood bowled 1 over without them. What is Tendulkar going to do now? Is he going to go after him? Pryor has taken the bails off. The umpire doesn't bother asking for the replay. Ravi Shastri is in the commentary box with Sunil Gavaskar.
Thank you, Harsha. He's doing a pretty good job, Collingwood. He takes the pace of the ball, varies his pace nicely. He's getting just a hint of movement. And he's done pretty well in this one-day series so far. Tendulkar looking to play freely today. This is just the start India were hoping for. One thing is pretty clear, that you need a big score on the surface. He's played some attacking shots on the offside, Tendulkar. Cracking shot off the back foot. Wasn't all that loose a delivery, but Tendulkar pouncing on it quickly, judging the length, dispatching it to the boundary.
He was the one who broke the shackles after the first couple of overs of the match were maidens by the England bowlers. He was the one who took the attack to the England bowlers and continues to do so with this fine shot. Shot that I'm talking about, pitched up, and Tendulkar's gone over the top to get to yet another half century in one-day internationals. His 82nd 50 in one-day internationals, and don't forget the 3700s. That's a massive record. 4100s, 37 in Test cricket. Please excuse me, but that's a massive record.
What's good to see is he's positive today. He's on the lookout for runs. He's not afraid to take the aerial route. And the tempo is good. He goes again down the ground. He looks in terrific touch. Consecutive boundaries here for Tendulkar. That's cheeky. just using the pace of the bowler. Just for a moment, Tendulkar might have thought it's going straight down the throat of the man at short fine, but got it away nicely.
Yes, that fielder is a little squarer. I think Tendulkar would have noticed it. You can see over here, the fielder is a little bit squarer. If he'd been finer, he would have been in trouble, Tendulkar. Well, that's a cheeky shot indeed, and a boundary to India.
There he goes again. And once again finds the boundary. 97 for no loss. And some spirited performances from Sachin Tendulkar. A score of 186 against New Zealand. That was some time ago. And that single brings up the 100 for India. Just the start the Indians were hoping for in this must-win game.
Time Sourav Ganguly and Sachin Tendulkar have shared a 100-run opening partnership. Oh, what a shot! Oh, wasn't a bad ball, but it was a great shot. 104 for no loss.
That's a big one. And it's gone the distance. That's a terrific strike, just going through with the shot and sending the ball a long, long way. Well, the field is up and Ganguly taking the opportunity to go over the top, clearing the boundary easily. So the Indians making most of this power play. I realize there's another 2 overs of power play. That's a great shot. Fractionally overpitched, and Tendulkar finding the boundary.
Oh, what a shot this is. Just up in the slot there, and Tendulkar opening himself up just a little bit to make sure that he hits it to mid-on.
He's into the 70s with that boundary. 115 for no loss. It's gone overcast now. Now that's out. Outside edge. And a good catch by Pryor. So England get the breakthrough. Tendulkar, who's looking in terrific form, dismissed.
He's trying to be positive, trying to push the ball. A fine catch this by Matt Pryor, standing up to the stumps. John Lewis finally has a smile on his face. But what an innings this has been from Sachin Tendulkar. 71 out of India's total of 116 for 1.
Gautam Gambhir comes out to the centre, back in the side for this game.
power play is on. And Gautam Gambhir is coming to bat, making it come back to the Indian side. Leaving the first game, this is where Tendulkar was dismissed, trying to run the ball away to down to third man. See the bat face opening up just a little bit. So you could say a soft dismissal for a batsman who was batting so well, stroking the ball brilliantly. But the intent was there to take the runs, get the runs. 1-1-6 for 1.
Oh, he's got a Chinese cut and he'll get 4. Doesn't matter how they come in the one-day game. He's got away with this, Ganguly.
Good morning, Alan.
Hello, Bumble. This has been, whatever the tickets are, it's been worth it, isn't it, today?
I just thought Ganguly again, he's going to get 180. Outside edge, walked off, didn't he? Didn't look at the umpire. Tendulkar, I'm saying Ganguly, he's still in there.
Oh, beautifully played. Timing.
The pitch is played beautifully. The pair of them again, Tendulkar and Ganguly, shown so much class. Need a big score, India. I'm just looking back to last year. England here against Sri Lanka, 321. Sri Lanka knocked those off with about 12 overs to spare. This is a good pitch. Good delivery. Short, sharp. Trouble, trouble.
Gambhir had come a long way down here and Anderson did well. That's a half century for Sourav Ganguly. He has played delightfully. His 70th one-day international 50.
The old firm. 50 for Tendulkar, 50 for Ganguly, 50 from 67 deliveries. It'd be interesting to see how he plays and paces his innings now. Whether he will try to up the tempo or just play through the innings.
Two from the over, 126 for 1. Big hit again. There is a man there, but he's redundant. That's a big blow from Ganguly.
About 2,000 men out there, all in the stand. Sweet shot this from Ganguly. 74 miles an hour. Nothing more than that. Stand and admire Sourav. Whack.
That is his 185th six in one-day cricket internationals. Shot. He's caught this. Gambhir is joining the party.
Well, you're going to have to tell me something about Gambhir. We've not seen much of him. So, is he a younger player who's making his way? Is he trying to get into the team? They must have faith in him to put him in at number 3. That's a great shot. How good a player is he?
He's a very solid player. Very solid. Good technique, compact technique. Shot. He's gaining in confidence. Anderson won't like that.
Anderson's told him so.
86 ball, 148 for 1. He's taken him on. That was the target, and he's gone. Panesar has struck. Ganguly looking for the 6, and he has perished.
It was always going to happen. Sourav Ganguly would go after Monty Panesar. Pretty big boundary at mid-wicket. I think he's aiming mid-on here, and he drags it into mid-wicket. He knows now that he's in trouble. Alistair Cook is a catcher. Turns to the crowd. It's in there somewhere. Sourav Ganguly, 59. India, 150 for 2.
Now Yuvraj scored 71 at Old Trafford. Playing his 181st match. 9 runs short of 5,000. Great striker of the ball. Alistair Cook taking a comfortable catch, and Panesar has removed a big threat, Ganguly. And it's another left-hander. End of the over. It's 27 ball, 150 for 2.
Oh, put down. He got there and didn't complete it. Kevin Peterson.
Well, he started his Test career as a fieldsman in rather inauspicious fashion. He dropped the first 6 or 7 catches that came his way. Just a change of pace there from Collingwood. A good change of pace forced the mid. It was a very good change of pace from Collingwood. It got the batsman looking to hit on the onside, and he got a leading edge, but Peterson couldn't hang on to it. Peterson, he has steadied down a little bit, but I think his problems in the early days, he used to charge too much in the field. Really should have taken that one. Wasn't travelling quickly.
Get on that. Oh, he's in good touch. He is in good touch. 5,000 one-day runs now for Yuvraj Singh. Monty Panesar starts a new over. Now, was there an edge? The ball gone up? No, says Nigel Long. There were 2 people who were appealing there. And I really hope for Matt Pryor's sake that this was in fact out, because his appeal was very convincing. I think there's a reason for that. That is a huge nick. Watch the eyes. Morley and Monty, the 2 most expressive eyes in the game. He hit it, didn't he, Chappelli?
Not according to the man that matters. It did appear as though there was quite a bit of deviation.
Monty Panesar's first 3 overs have produced 1 for 6. Young legs, he'll look for 2. Get them quite easily. It's good cricket. It's really good cricket, because he walked across, tucked it away and ran 2 straight away.
We're just talking about the success of teams chasing. There have been some pretty decent sized chases. Go back to 1990. New Zealand chased down 295. And then the game against South Africa in the World Cup 99. Australia chased down 271 on that occasion. England chased down 240 in Sri Lanka. So there have been some decent sized chases that have been successful here at this ground.
Well, India will be hoping that they can put many more on the board with shots like those. It's really been in good nick, Yuvraj. It's just shortened the length so beautifully.
Quick on his feet, and then once he gets into position, he just concentrates on the placement.
Sometimes you might think being quick on your feet is really all about dancing down to the pitch of the ball. It can also mean jumping back and playing late.
Not jumping, gliding back. If you're jumping, your head's bouncing up and down.
Okay, gliding back. I'll take your word on it. 180 for 211 came off it. Oh dear. Isn't that delicious sometimes when it comes from a blue shirt? A dark blue shirt, I might add.
Well, that was a pretty poor attempt there from John Lewis. You don't want to do that too often when the captain's bowling. That won't keep you getting selected.
Monty Panesar starts a new over. He's found his spot beautifully. I think that's a fine shot. Just opened the face of the bat. He knew exactly where he was going to play it.
That's a glorious cricket shot. That's exactly what it was. Just a normal cricket shot with a little bit of elevation. Used his feet nicely.
Ravi Bopara is the new bowler. And the first ball, whether by accident or by design, has hit the boundary. Sunil Gavaskar in the commentary box with him, Alan Wilkins.
Well, we'll have to just wait and see if Yuvraj opened the face of the bat deliberately, or was it a proper edge? No, it was a proper edge. Don't think he tried to open the face of the bat. So a good first ball from Ravi Bopara has cost him a boundary. That's limited overs cricket.
Well, Ravi Bopara here is a very solid all-round. He's only playing his 14th one-day international. A long way to go in his early career, but he's a solid bat. He bats around 3 or 4 for Essex in the county championship. Highly rated by Graham Gooch, who you've heard, of course, on this ESPN style sports commentary team. And it's a good-looking shot. It's 200 for 2. Good-looking shot. It's got enough pace on it, and it's beaten that fielder. It's 4.
This is a terrific shot from Yuvraj. Yuvraj has been in prime form in the one-day series. Hit the ball late, more like a late square cut. See how late he's played it, see how late he's played it, because that gives him the chance to go past that fielder and also beat the deep cover point.
Yuvraj is 32, Kandhir is 40. Alim Dar is going to refer this to the third umpire. I'm not so sure that Matt Pryor seems very confident that he's got his man.
Well, Yuvraj does have a tendency of dragging his foot out of the crease. Now, whether he's got it back in time is the question. I think he may just have got it back. Yes, as the bails come off, he's right now. He's on. It's too close a call. Too close. The bails have to be off. So at this point the bails aren't off. Let's see another frame, the next frame. This is not the frame that you want to see. The bails have to be off the stumps. And now the foot is back in. This point, he's in.
Here's the decision, not out. Oh, look at this, look at this. It's going to clear the fence. It's a big one. They enjoyed that. Monty didn't. It's a half century for Yuvraj, and what a way to go to it. He likes the big stage, Yuvraj.
This is a terrific innings. He can be a big hitter, but he's been playing along the ground, and now when it's been a fairly quiet over from Panesari, he goes for the big one.
He's gone for it again. Straighter this time. One bounce, 4. He's enjoying this, and Monty is not. 238 for 2, 9 overs to go. .47 balls, Yuvraj Singh, 8 fours and a big 6. That strike rate of 121. Terrific hitting by Yuvraj. He's a very exciting player to watch. Picked his gap, picked the gap here. Great shot. And here this time carves it away for 4.
He was pushing the ones with the tools, Gautam Gambhir. Now he also takes after Yuvraj's example and slashes the ball for a boundary. This is a good innings from Gautam Gambhir. Brought back in the side. You could have forgiven him for trying to play himself in, try and establish himself in the side. He did the sensible thing, played himself in, but after that he's played shots. It's a good innings this from Gautam Gambhir.
It's one short of his 50, Gautam Gambhir. Now the crowd's getting on. Well, that's a good short delivery, and he's put this away for 1, and they'll go back for a second. That is a half century for Gautam Gambhir, and he's played it well. He's compiled this half century well. It's his 5th one-day international half century. It's short, it's gone high, and it's out.
Well, he's followed to the short delivery once again. The substitute fielder there at deep square leg didn't have to move much, banged in short. Gautam Gambhir goes for the pull, and you can see the bat turning in his hand at the moment of impact of the ball, and I think that's an area he has to really work on. He keeps getting out in that, but he's played a very useful hand there. 244 for 3.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni comes to the middle now, playing his 82nd match. And he is an exciting performer with an average of 44, 3 centuries in there. Now 2 balls to go to complete the 42nd over. Here's Stuart Broad. Leg side, that'll run away. That's good enough for 4. It's 4 runs. .248 for 3. Now this is Gautam Gambhir. He got it pretty high in the bat, and this is Andrew Gale, the Yorkshire player, on as substitute. Ravinder Opara is off. Leg side again. That's not so good from Broad. It's another boundary. 252 for 3.
Just for a minute, one thought that Broad might get under that, but Yuvraj getting enough back. And the ball going with the wind over the line. Picked the spot nicely.
That's a good example of the conditions here at Headingley. Yuvraj getting that ball airborne with the wind, ball carrying over the boundary. Earlier in the day when Sarif Ganguly tried that into the wind, the ball well held up and Alistair Cook took a catch on the boundary.
It's 262 for 3. That's big. But will it go the distance? In fact, just holding up in the air. Now, Graham Gooch mentioned about hitting into the wind. It's exactly where Sarif Ganguly was taken as well. Anderson making no mistake. He's a good outfielder. Just for a minute, one thought that this would clear the ground. But just holding up in the air.
Well, this is a high ball from Yuvraj. He's tried to airmail that one out the ground. It's gone high. Anderson settled himself. As Ravi said, holds in the wind. A good catch. Brilliant innings from Yuvraj Singh. He goes to the pavilion for 72. India 266 for 4.
Rahul Dravid comes out to the middle. Yuvraj Singh just dismissed after a brilliant innings of 72, just 57 balls.
There's the wagon wheel for the last 10 overs, 11 boundaries all around the wicket, 2 big sixes, square of the wicket. It's been a well-timed, well-paced innings from India. All their players have got in, got runs. Shows the quality of this pitch. John Lewis coming into the England side as replacement for Andrew Flintoff. Not in any way the same sort of bowler. There's his slower ball, an off spinner, which is good bowling. He doesn't have the pace to worry quality international batsmen unless the ball swings. 9.3 overs, 1 for 55. He's going to end up probably over 60 off his 10 overs. Not what an opening bowler wants.
Now that's wide. He'll be disappointed with that. 4 wide signal. People standing up, just drifting down the leg side. That's a terrific shot. First boundary for the Dhoni. Pounced on that, didn't he? Into the fence like a bullet.
It's a brilliant shot from Singh Dhoni, but as far as I'm concerned, that's a gift. Can't really understand the tactics of Anderson here, bowling length. Got away with 2 balls to roll Dravid earlier in the over. He's not going to get away with a third. He'll be bowling it up on the toes.
More runs on the onside. Started to rain a little harder. Strong breeze blowing across the ground and bringing in the rain. Has gone overcast. It just looks in the background as if there is a lot of rain around.
You can see it there over the Western Terrace, Ravi, can't you? The trees in the background are sort of almost in shadow there. You can see the rain gusting over.
That's in the air and it will land safely. Just get the feeling the umpires might take a close look. It's 286 for 4. .286 for 4, and rain has stopped play. Just 3 overs remaining in this Indian innings. Starting to get heavier. The covers have been called for. There will be some dampness on the pitch because of the rain.
Well, first ball on the resumption, and it's gone for 4. And Stuart Broad is the man who suffers. 47 over innings. That's a wonderful shot from Dravid.
Well, just the start India needed once again, giving himself room, finding the gap on the offside. This third man, but that's too fine. 2 boundaries in this over, just what India needed.
And still the runs continue from Stuart Broad. 7.88 is his economy rate right now. He's gone for 67. Dravid is on 12. $294 for 4. And this first over has gone 4.4. Oh, it's massive. That is a magnificent blow. 6 over cover, and Stuart Broad is getting a lesson.
What a shot that is. Not an element of slogging involved there, just a good cricket shot. It was beautifully timed to go the distance. It's a magnificent strike.
300 comes up with this blow. Timed to perfection. $300 for 4. We'll get 1 this time. 15 runs from the over and a ball to go as India take it past 300. The 650 there has taken 34 deliveries. That's the fastest 50 of the innings. Now this is a learning process and a steep one for Stuart Broad. Man of the match at Old Trafford, Manchester, a couple of days ago when he took 4 for 51. And now this over, 4.461. Coney on strike now. Oh, he's hit that very hard, and that's going to beat it off. 19 off the over, 2 overs to go. India 305 for 4. Gone. Matt Pryor holds on to 1, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni perishes with the cause.
Yeah, that's a good catch because the ball was travelling, and it's really beginning to rain now. Dhoni trying to push the scoring rate along, getting the outside edge, and a good catch by Matt Pryor. So Dhoni goes for 24, it's 311 for 5.
Dinesh Karthik is the new man in, and he's done well. Somehow got the ball away, and Dravid will have strike. 312 it is now on the board, with a ball to go to complete this 49th over. Pryor's had a difficult time behind the stumps in this series, the Test series especially. It's a great shot again. Oh, that is majestic from Dravid. It's 316 for 5, 1 over to go. He thought he might be doing something like that. Dravid's out. Dravid can carry on running to the dressing room, and that was a wonderful effort by India's captain. Maybe should have come in a little earlier. Improvisation from Dinesh Karthik, and Matt Pryor with the direct hit. Dravid just carries on running. So 318 for 6. Dravid is run out. Matt Pryor plays his part in the downfall of India's captain. And it's 318 for 6. Zahir has 3 balls in which to show his class as a batsman. He can bat. And sometimes he misses. It's been a tough day today, Stuart. He has gone for 80, and he's got 2 balls to go to complete his allocation. There we are, 9.4, 1 for 80 at Old Trafford. He took 4 for 51. Game can bite you, like any sport. So far this has been a useful over. Only 2 runs conceded. The previous one was 19. Zahir's missed it. Dinesh Karthik, they're going to go for another run. They're going to go for another. And they've got 2. Can you believe it? They've got 2 runs. Byes signalled. They've done well.
Yes, trying to take whatever opportunities they can get to add to the tally. And so far it's been a pretty good over from Stuart Broad. Just 1 ball remaining in this innings, and this is a big Indian score, 320.
Last ball of the innings. Zahir's had 2 wafts. He's got his sighters. Can he connect with this one? He can connect all right. Last ball has been sent packing for 4. Stuart Broad holds his head. That is a very expensive 10 overs from him, but India finish 324 for 6, and it's going to take some getting this score. The last ball put away for 4.
Yes, he took it on the full and just opened the face of his blade so that he could just use the pace of the bowler. Well, he knows it's not been his day today, conceding 84 runs from 10, and it's been a good, solid batting performance by India all the way down.
Menacing clouds there, and menacing batting we've seen at Headingley as well. That's a great scorecard. Ganguly 59, Tendulkar a wonderful 71, Pandya 51, Yuvraj 72 from 57 balls, Tendulkar 71 from just 59, 24 Dhoni, Dravid 24, Karthik and Zahir Khan with a couple of runs at the end. 17 extras, India 324 for 6. Anderson 10 overs 1 for 60. John Lewis 10 overs 1 for 63. Stuart Broad 10 overs 1 for 84. Paul Collingwood, England's captain, the best of the bowlers, 1 for 48. Monty Panesar 1 for 50. And Bopara, who had that thumb injury, could only bowl 7 deliveries. Peterson completed his 2nd over. So it really is a monster total that England will have to chase. They need 325 runs to win this match at an asking rate that will start at 6.5 runs per over. It's going to be some getting. Playing his 10th match, 324 runs. And that 1 century, century at Southampton in the opening one-day match of this series. Matt Pryor's best in 20 matches is 52. This is his 20th match, averaging 21. England believe he is a decent enough batsman to open the innings. He does like to get on with it, and that's exactly what England are going to have to do. So Zahir Khan. Now we don't have news from the dressing room, the England dressing room that is, whether Ravi Bopara will be batting, because when he bowled he took a nasty bump on the thumb where he was trying to catch up. Gautam Gambhir, a return catch, and it looked to split the thumb. Blood was immediately seen pouring from the thumb, so he went off to hospital. Don't have news of Bopara. All Tendulkar's put it down, and now he's got a hand injury. This should be called Handingley, not Headingley. Well, it is a cold day. It really is, and Tendulkar doesn't drop these, but he does now. And that's hit him on the thumb.
Well, he was moving to his left, and he's missed the ball on his right. I think the ball may have deviated. Yeah, that's exactly what he's saying. It looked like it swung in the air.
Well, England starting off sedately here, as indeed did India. India were 7 for no wicket after 5 overs. Gone this time. That is a very good catch. Mahendra Singh Dhoni dives and takes it, and Alistair Cook is on the forlorn walk back. Ajit Agarkar strikes.
Well, he's got a very good strike rate. We mentioned that just a couple of overs previously, and that's a very good line to a left-hander. Just enough movement to catch the edge. And once again, Agarkar is really fired up at the start of an innings, as he was at Old Trafford. It's 7 for 1.
Ian Bell's had a very good series against India. Took the man of the match award at Edgbaston with a 79 and 2 catches. Oh, he should have gone. First ball, Agarkar should have had 2 in 2. Saurav Ganguly at second slip.
Well, this cut shot has got Bell into a few problems earlier on. It happened at Old Trafford. This time he should have been out. You often see that sort of catch bursting straight through a slip fieldsman's hands, because when you've got your fingers pointing up, it's not quite as solid cup. It's only fingers, and the...
Oh, what a good start this is from Ajit Agarkar. India make life so difficult for themselves. How many catches went down at Bristol? 4, 5?
Yep, you can't keep dropping good players and expect to get away with it, but that's not unusual. As I say, when the ball's flying high above a slip fielder's head, you quite often see it just burst straight through the fingers.
That might run away for 4. It's a chase for Zahir. Oh, he's done well. He's done very well, considering that he had to use that left foot with a little bit of weariness about that ankle. And he's done well. 11 for 1 from 4. Well, it was uppish for a while, but Matt Pryor hasn't even bothered to run. He's hit it well.
He knew it was in the gap. That's why he didn't bother to run. Also would have known it was out of the middle of the bat. He is vulnerable there. He'll get a lot of runs in that area, but he'll get caught there a few times. So it's one of those where India can they can afford to keep bowling the odd one there, because sure, it might cost them 4, but it could easily get him out.
It's a no ball. Even if it's caught, it won't count. And he's hit it pretty usefully as well. Dravid's the fielder and the captain's done well. It's not a bad delivery from Ajit Agarkar. The fact that it was a no ball, you won't worry too much about that, because he's got Matt Pryor a little interested in the short delivery. This is a chase for Ramesh Power. I'm afraid the dive was to despair.
4. And England's innings taking off at about the same time that India's did. At the end of the 5-over mark. Difference being that India gave a life to each of the 2 batsmen. That's a good shot.
It's a good solid cover drive from Ian Bell. Good professional shot, conventional shot. Like to see that at the beginning of an innings. As we said earlier when we were on air together, Harshil, on this sort of wicket, it's a good wicket. Good players can afford to get themselves in for a little while, not take too many reckless risks, because they can make up the scoring rate later on.
And that'll be runs as well. So England really turning it on. Ajit Agarkar starting to get expensive here. He just started to think that Rahul Dravid would be able to just get by with the power plays. Now he's got something to think about. He'd dearly like to get another power play in. Now he'll start to wonder whether he should try and get his spinners in the 11th over and leave the power play on for a little later.
Agarkar pitching short, and the batsman's always going to take that ball on in a power play with no fielders out on the boundary.
And that'll just beat the man at mid-off as well, by about a yard or so. 15 from this over, 15 from the previous one. 45 for 1. Beats the man for 4. 50 comes up in the 9th over. The ball. That is well done. Just wonder if that's the substitute there. The umpire wants to take a look. That's Gautam Gambhir.
That's a superb piece of fielding. He's got to push the ball back into play. He's just okay. Brilliant piece of fielding.
42 in the last 4 overs. India were 50 for no loss at the same point. England are 55 for 1. Both batsmen have been put down very early. More runs! He's getting width outside the off stump. Pryor's throwing his bat at it, and it's coming off. 50 of the partnership comes up as well.
It's an eye-catching shot from Matt Pryor. Bit of width, nothing really wrong with this ball from Agarkar. Wide of off stump a little bit of swing and just hitting it on the up, taking the ball on the rise. And when you're chasing a big score, that's the aggressive attempt you have to show.
Saved a couple. .32 from 30 for Matt Pryor, but Bell has taken off as well. 21 from 18. He's been a revelation, Bell. Always knew he could play. And he's just struck a wonderful vein of form.
He's going to be a future asset to England.
Another big over. 10 has come from it. 40 from the last 3 for Ajit Agarkar. 65 for 1 from 10. There you are. The wicket falling in the 4th over. And thereafter, some magnificent skyscrapers. He's still in the power play. Zahir Khan is in his 7th. Nobody there. Nobody there. It seems to be the safest place on the ground at the moment, the slip cordon.
Zahir Khan won't be happy. This is a great delivery, angled across. I think that's the wicket-keeper's catch by that shot. He won't be happy. Dhoni's already taken a good catch to get rid of Cook. Had to go for that. Got to go for everything. And Rahul Dravid can't believe it.
It's like robbing a police station, isn't it? Getting runs through the slip cordon. And that'll go away as well. Now, had there been a third slip, that was catchable. Right, the policemen are away, robbed the police station.
Well, Ian Bell's perfecting this shot, Harsha. He knows that there's a fair chance it's going to go through the slip area. No chance of anyone catching it. He's just flays at the ball. Goes through second slip this time.
The problem with that attitude, though, is he might come up against a side where catches are taken in that area.
Most times in one-day cricket, Harsha, you get yourself out.
Frustrating for Zahir Khan and Ajit Agarkar. Even more so now. These are big overs. And England are laying the platform for a wonderful run chase now. 12 already from this over. Actually, a pretty good over from Zahir Khan, and to compound it, he's kicked the ball away. He's frustrated, he's angry, and he's got a right to be. 90 for 1, though he'll look back at the replay and say, why did I do that? Right, I think India needs someone to calm them down over here. This game is running away from them. 1, 2, there's a number of bounces before the throw comes back. That's 2. Right, Zahir Khan is deeply frustrated. He's had a catch put down of him. That is when Pryor was on 1. He's kicked the ball away in anger, and he's conceded another run. 14 came from that over. He's got every right to be angry. But he can write a letter to BCCI saying, can I find a team where catches are taken? Some raindrops some time ago, but at the moment there's only boundaries coming down here at Leeds.
It is raining boundaries, and that's another cover drive, and the cover drive is a very prominent shot at the moment for these two England batsmen. Anything outside off stump is getting the treatment.
Oh, beautifully done. Beautifully done. This is a fine delivery, but the wicket-keeper has made it look even better. This is high-quality keeping and a wonderful ball. 2 came in, 1 just leaving the batsman. Fantastic piece of cricket.
Well, after some very poor overs for India, this is just the sort of thing they wanted. Excellent ball from Ganguly. Pryor on the walk. Dhoni showed in this series already how good he is behind the stumps with the stump-ins. Excellent piece of work. Pryor goes for 46. England 97 for 2.
Kevin Peterson hasn't yet played the kind of innings in this one-day tournament that we know he can. After 59 games, he averages 51. 500s, 14 50s, but we've just seen an extraordinary, a wonderful piece of cricket. And the ball just leaving him. 14 overs gone. It's 97 for 2.
That edged and taken. Zahir gets his man, and this is a big wicket. Peterson out for a duck. And the ploy of asking Zahir to bowl the 8th over has worked.
Peterson has struggled with Zahir Khan all summer. The angle going across. An absolute beauty. No mistake this time. Dhoni goes for the catch. Look at the change in reaction from Zahir Khan. 1 minute. He's kicking the ball away in disgust. Now he's got the key man. Peterson's gone for a duck. England 102 for 3.
The England captain comes out to the middle. He's been in pretty good nick in this one-day series. problem England might have is that there might be a batsman short. Bopara. There again, another one. Bell walks, and Dhoni is having a great time. Stumping and 2 catches in quick succession.
It's that combination again, Ganguly and Dhoni, and that's a good catch. Quite a big deflection. It was a good stumping off Pryor, and this is an excellent catch off Ian Bell, the danger man. The form batsman has gone. 44 for Ian Bell, England 104 for 4.
Always Shah comes out to the middle. Suddenly, England have lost 3 wickets quickly. 97 for 1 at one stage, so you can see the Indians hurrying through the overs. The rain is coming down. It's becoming a little more heavy now. I think they'll stop play. Here's the umpire straight away called for the covers. You need 20 overs to have a game. So the Indians will be just hoping that it's a passing shot and this will clear out.
Dhoni's been involved in all the dismissals. Caught Dhoni, stumped Dhoni, caught Dhoni, caught Dhoni. The important ones of Matt Pryor, beautifully stumped off Ganguly, and Ian Bell caught wonderfully by Dhoni off the same bowler for 44. England 105 for 4.
It's just the 4 bowlers used. Zahir Khan bowled well, 8 overs, 1 for 44. Ajit Agarkar was a little expensive, but Ganguly coming in and chipping in with 2 wickets. So 105 for 4. You can see the covers coming on onto the field. We'll be back after a short break.
Well, the good news here at Headingley is that we're going to have play very soon. In fact, in the next few minutes or so. And hopefully we'll have play all the way through till the end of play. Till the end of the 50 overs, that is. But we've got some new playing conditions. New set of new target, new overs limits. So might as well put them up straight up for you. 311 is now the revised target. So England might feel a hard done by here. A bit hard done by because there are only 45 overs from which to score those runs. So they've lost 5 overs, but the target is down only by another 14. 5 bowlers may bowl a maximum of 9 overs each, and only 1.5 overs of field restrictions remain. So in effect, England now need to make 206 runs to win from 171 balls. If they keep their wickets, it shouldn't seem like very difficult, except that they've lost 4 wickets. But we're also hearing that Ravindra Bopara, who has a dislocation in his right thumb and a minor fracture, is due to come into bat next. So he can come into bat as well. It's an external injury, so he won't count for much. But in any case, there'll be 5 wickets down. Out they come then. Sunil Gavaskar's alongside me. India, those last couple of wickets have put India in a very strong position.
Indeed it has, and you can see it from the way they have just about followed the umpires onto the field. They don't want to waste time. They want to make sure 20 overs are bowled, and you know, they have in fact gone ahead of the umpires, and that's a sign that here is a team that is keen to get onto the field. That has not always been the signal that we've got from the Indian team in the one day, as they've been pretty content to be sitting behind. But here they are, out in the middle, and the England batsmen are coming out to bat now. But this is a good position India find themselves in. They need to get these 3 overs quickly, because then it constitutes a match.
Fine shot, just a bit of width. I think you're searching for the wrong one, Piyush Chawla. So that will make them feel good. 192 now from 26 overs. India 324 for 6. England have replied so far 121 for 4. 20 overs gone now, so we've got a match.
Another fine shot. Hey, the timing is excellent from Collingwood. Tremendous. Well, the fielder is there for the short ball, for the cut, not for this drive. And it's a regulation half volley here. But once again, have a look at the width that has been offered by Chawla.
He's got him. He's struck in his first over, and once again it's Dhoni. Clever variation in pace. This one just going on with the arm, getting the outside edge. And that's the second time he's dismissed Ovesha.
Ball sliding away towards the slip. Good catch from Dhoni. He's been in the action every time at all the England wickets. Another wicket for Power in this series. He's proved a nadir for the England batsman. Away Shah goes for 15. England lose their 5th wicket at 145.
Ravi Bopara comes out to the middle. 22 years of age, played really well in the last game under pressure. That's a good hit. One bounce over the rope. There he goes for the big one and clears Pawar easily. That's a big 6.
Paul Collingwood, enough of just pushing singles, go for the big sweep shot over square legs, hitting downwind, carries easily straight into the crowd. He and his team are going to need a few more of them. They're going to challenge this total.
He goes again. The result the same. Consecutive 6s for the England captain. Once again in the same direction.
A repeat shot. Great follow through. Picked his spot.
That's clubbed away on the onside. That'll beat Pawar. So Collingwood looking to attack Tendulkar. And a nice way to bring up his half-century. It's been a good innings by the England captain.
Alim Dar in danger there with that unconventional pull shot off the front foot from Collingwood. As I said last over, not confident in attacking Power, but wants to take on Tendulkar. 3 4s and 2 6s in that half-century.
And he's taking toll of Tendulkar. This is the 3rd 6. So 10 off the first 2 balls. And it's all going in the same direction. 2 in the last over, and now another one.
That's it.
He's gone. Bopara has gone. A simple return catch. And England are 6 down.
They fooled him with the flight. I think Bopara was just thinking singles, and he was attempting to just flick that on the onside. He's fooled him with the flight. He's done well to take that catch, because he had to come around behind the non-striker, Collingwood, and he would have been unsighted for a fraction of a second. England 193 for 6.
Oh, that's a very simple catch now. Dinesh Karthik helps Chawla get a wicket, and Stuart Broad, no batting heroics from him this time. England are 7 down.
It's amazing how this game brings you back to earth pretty quickly. Hero at Old Trafford. Now he's had a game that he'd rather forget. Stuart Broad. England in deep trouble now at 196 for 7.
is John Lewis, playing his 13th one-day international. It's a mighty blow again. It's a magnificent struck shot. Up in the air, there is a man. Oh my goodness, he's missed it. Ajit Agarkar is the culprit, and it's gone straight through his hands, and to add insult to injury, it's gone for 4. He had a lot of time to think about this. Regulation catch. And I have to say, Ajit Agarkar does not drop many. This should be out. This should be out. Mahendra Singh Dhoni's underneath it. My word. It was a diving catch. And that is a record, a new world record that Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He has equalled a host of wicketkeepers to take 6 catches in a one-day innings. 5 catches and a stumping. Mahendra Singh Dhoni could be the man of the match. Lewis has gone for 17, England 240 for 8. Well, the rain is coming down fairly heavily here again at Headingley, and the players are going off. The umpires said it's too heavy to continue. So with the score at 242 for 8 and with 6 overs to go,
well, India got the runs on the board. That was important. 324 for 6. Yuvraj and Tendulkar produced 2 flyers. Ganguly and Gambhir, the stabilizing influences. But I think the innings of the match actually came from Paul Collingwood. 91 not out from 71 balls. If he had another batsman staying around him, they might just have pulled off the improbable. India winning by 38 runs on the Duckworth-Lewis method. Well, India won't be complaining. They got the better of the conditions, but they put together a fine performance. And that means the series now to England 3 games to 2.